I will vacate this swim, I think, because normally the fish do like to hold in here, but because I think the way the water's up a bit, I do suspect they're either holding further down off of this area or just further up. So it might be a case of moseying on downstream and trying a few swims where they might be hanging out as well. It's funny because when I did come into the swim, even though they don't seem to be hanging about in numbers at the moment in this swim, at least in these conditions, I got into the swim and I just stood over the margins and I spooked a fairly large fish, which I presume was a decent chub. That's the way it goes. Yeah, I think I definitely will be moving downstream. Well, this is a nice looking swim. Nice smooth bend, deep bend, lovely back channels, back eddies in the near margins going under these. A little bit of a sunken bough of a tree there. Looks perfect. Hopefully there might be a chevin or two at home. Looks a good swim for perch as well. Give it a go and we shall see. I'll just loose feed a few maggots by hand and put in a little bit of liquidised bread. Got a big, decent perch on. Oh no! Oh! That's why I stayed it in this swim, because right under my margins, I mean obviously you can see how slack it is, it's perfect skulking, hunting zones for perch. Right under my feet there was a real savage perch take. So I dropped some bait down here. I was getting a little knocks. The trouble is I didn't strike, I just lifted it slightly. One of those kind of bites where you're not 100% sure because there's a lot of junk coming down. And I just saw this lovely cream coloured white underbelly with the stripes. Oh, it just hook pull. Oh, please do excuse the language, but you know how it gets you when you lose a fish like that. Nice chuck, nearly took the rod in. Nice looking fish. Not sure I can get over losing those perch though. I lost another one. That first one was an absolute behemoth. Absolute gorgeous fish. Well, this fish tore off on the worm. Bit of a consolation for the large perch that I lost, but I lost 2 to hook pulls. That first fish, as much as this is a lovely consolation, 3 pound 8 ounces of really hard fighting and scrapping chevin. Gutted to have still lost that perch. Such an immense fish. I saw her upper free, mid free, I would have said upper free. And on the last day of the season, so I can't exactly get back and have another bite at the apple. It's going to really bake my noodle and bake my beans and stew over that for a while, I tell you. But yeah, nice to have had this one. 3 pound 8 ounce. Lovely condition, just on the worm. Let's get it slipped back. Oh God, come on. It's a nice striping. Whether it makes up for the lost one. No, I'm only joking, it does make up for the lost one, but still gutting to have lost that one. Oh, it's nice looking striping. Good couple of pound, I reckon. Very nice. It's been one of them days. I've lost literally nearly 2 tubs of double SG shot. Anyone that knows me knows that I go utterly Wolverine, kind of angry to lose any SSG shot. I've lost 2 tubs to snags. I was like really mulling it over, thinking to myself it's going to be one of them days. Then, with the way that the wind's been, I cast into a tree. Flick the rod back, and the top of the quiver tips broke off. So you can imagine what I'm thinking to myself. It's one of those days, Mark. It's the last day of the season. Your luck's a bit out. Then followed by the 2 hook pulls. And once again, guys, I really apologise for swearing, but that perch that I lost earlier, easily upper free, easily. This is a nice looking female though. Looks like a good 2. But yeah, I thought it was going to be one of them days. So nice to nab a couple of nice fish. And obviously lose a couple, but that's fishing. If I had, you know, no chance to get back down, which obviously I haven't, it's the last day that I'm filming of the season, I would have been sat at, at home of an evening, mulling over losing 2 rather large perch. So yeah, very happy with this. Look at that. What a pose. What a poser. As I say, 2 pound 1 ounces. Really, really happy with this. Food for thought for next season though, losing that real corker and the other fish. But yeah, more than made up with the chub and this lovely, lovely conditioned river striping. What a corker. Look at that. What an absolute corker-dorker. Very, very happy indeed. Happy days. Happy, happy days. Amazing how your fortunes can change so fast, isn't it? Let's get it slipped back though. Well, I've moved downstream now. Nice little bit of a bend, a little arc, straight run upstream, very smooth water. Very nice. Sumptuous snag in front of me. Full-size tree that's gone in and creating a nice refuge for fish. Now, I tell you what, only in fishing and maybe football could you have moments like that where you have a last gasp save and pick up a nicely formed perch. That first one that I lost, the second one I felt, which I lost to a hook pull as well, that felt good, but the first one I saw her, and once again I do apologise for my language on the video. I was absolutely gutted. That was I would say, if not an upper free, at least a mid free. But yeah, and then to have that nice 2 pound 1, pristine condition, lovely river perch. You simply can't beat river perch. Most of my friends who fish rivers will much vouch for that fact. But yeah, one thing that I've learnt and stuck to over the years is never lose sight why you enjoy your fishing. Never lose sight. And that is my advice to anyone who's feeling a bit jaded or under the weather with their fishing. Never lose sight of why and what makes you happy when you're going fishing. There's so many various components that make it wonderful. Yep. This one thinks it's a salmon. Oh, that's the first time I've had that for a long time with a chub. It took me into tree roots and I lost it. That is a pity. It come out the water like a salmon. That is gutting. It looked quite a nice fish. Quite a chunky chevin. Never mind. I'll set up another link leisure. Have another cast here, but it might be a bit spooked after losing that particular fish. Lovely. That other fish that I lost to those tree roots, some nasty snags down there. I didn't take any precautions this time, took no prisoners. Really bullied this fish. Lovely bite on the bread flake. Superb. Lovely condition. Look at those chainmail scales, absolutely fin perfect. Pity to have lost that bigger fish in the tree roots. But yeah, I did really give this one some teddy bear, wouldn't let it have too much room to manoeuvre. Very nice too. Just on the bread flake. Beautiful. Let's get it slipped back and see if there's any more about. Well, we've reached that end point of another fishing trip. Tried another swim after that spot where you saw me have that chub and lose that chub, and tried another swim just down from there. Nice little kind of pokey kind of swim, but enough room. That's some nice overhangs though as well, and a nice near margin undercut. Had one really rapid bite on the Palatrax meat beast paste, and I didn't connect with it. I could quite easily stay for another 3 hours and take it right up till midnight, but to be fair, I'm quite content, and it's been one of those fishing trips that's had, I probably don't know a fishing trip actually that I've had since doing YouTube videos that's had so many ups and downs and ups again in a trip. Losing that really large perch, absolutely gutting. Hope you can understand why I was so kind of like agitated and adrenaline overfueled with the way I was. Probably need to censor that part out a little bit, which if I've not done, I'll be very surprised by the time I edit the video. But I do apologise for my swearing. And then following that, my line pinged out with a hook pull, went in the tree, and I just quickly flicked the rod down as you do to stop the end tackle going in the tree, and it caught the tree, and I snapped the tip 3 inches or 4 inches of my 3 ounce carbon tip. I snapped that off. I was, I was still in shock with losing the big perch. Then that happened, and basically, if you'd have walked past me and said to me, "Mark, you're probably going to be abducted by aliens this afternoon or evening," I'd have probably believed that, because there's been so many ups and downs. I've gone through 2 tubs of double SSG shot. Oh no, I mean I can't stand losing SSG shot any time, but 2 tubs, that's enough to turn a guy green. But yeah, it's been thoroughly enjoyable. Pity to have lost that chub in the roots. That was a good fish. I reckon could have been pushing £5. It cleared the water like a tarpon as soon as I set the hook. I really did bully it. Got to say, I've not had a chub stick me in snags or in tree roots for a good few seasons, and he got the better of me. Anyway, I did try to allow some line out of the bail arm and just put the rod down for a little while off camera just to see if the fish made its way out the snags. It has worked in the past when I've been chub and carp fishing, and sadly that wasn't the case. No dice this time, so lost that fish and obviously had to pull for a break in the snag, which was a pity. That was another set of SSG shot. Yeah, but to be fair, certainly can't complain. It's been enjoyable, and as I said earlier, I don't think there's any other pastime or hobby or sport that has these kind of mad moments of adrenaline, or those kind of last minute amazing moments, where you can lose a good fish and still have a nice fish afterwards and have a saving grace. I can only think really of something like football or maybe rugby, where you get those last minute goals and last minute wonder saves by a goalkeeper, and this has been much like that during this trip. At one point, when I'd lost about 4 SSG shot, I actually did say out loud and off of camera, it's going to be one of them days. But no, it's been thoroughly enjoyable, and that perch was an absolute gem. What a gorgeous looking fish, as were the chub. Really, really enjoyable. And it's going to be a long 3 months. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to be doing fishing during the close season, so I hope you guys will be following me on YouTube for that. And but I'll be missing the rivers, and I'll be keeping an eye on the rivers, having the old walk and having a look around. But yeah, I just want to say, because someone will probably ask you what I was actually putting on my worms earlier from that bottle, and that is pure liquid worm. It's it's a subsidiary or part of Willie's Worms. It's called Win-Win Baits, pure lobworm, and there's around about 45 to 50 lobworms in a bottle of that, so it's liquid lobworm extract. It's really thick, really adheres to your bait. You can use it in your ground bait, you can use it to glug your worms, and it's a bit like, if any of you chaps know it, the old Ace liquid worm, but it's actually a lot better than that. It's thicker and it really does stick to the bait. And you know, whether I would have caught and had the chances with those perch without it, or if that made a difference, I can't say, because it's a one-off episode and moment of using it, but I would have probably caught on just a single lobworm. The thing to remember though is with the lobworms, when you're taking the tail off the bottom, you're getting a lot of amino acid leak off, but adding the glug to it as well is adding a lot more, obviously, attractant, and that's a high level of amino attractants in the glug as well. I mean, you've got pure worm extract, and then you've got the worm leaking off its own amino acids where you've torn the bottom of the lobworm off. So at the end of the day, that is going to help. But as I say, I can't prove or disprove whether I would have had the fish regardless of glugging it in that particular lobworm extract. But yeah, just in case anyone asks, that is Willie's Worms Win-Win pure lobworm extract. I can't remember the price exactly. I think it's around about, don't quote me on this, but I think it's around about £6. But yeah, really enjoyable trip, and I just want to say now, I've really been glad to have you guys following me along for this particular river season. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. I really do mean it from the bottom of my heart, in a most humble manner as well, that I enjoy your company, enjoy the fact that you enjoy the videos, and it means a lot. And there will be videos throughout the close season as well, all being well. Now, I notice a lot of you do message me on Facebook to say that you're enjoying the videos. I've got to be honest, I'm not really someone that pops on as much these days to Facebook. I do, however, use Instagram a heck of a lot. You'll see in the description box below a link to my Instagram profile. You're more than welcome to follow me on there and message me on there. A lot easier to get hold of on there, because obviously I use it more than I use Facebook, although I do log in to Facebook once in a while. Anyway, what's to say, I hope your end of season, if you was out for this final day, I hope you had a good trip. I hope you had the odd special fish. I hope, first and foremost, that you enjoy your fishing. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, do take time to consider clicking the thumbs up button if you have enjoyed it. That would be very, very, very much appreciated. And feel free to share it on social media, on your Facebook group pages, and that will help me to help you to, you know, gain more following, which helps me to produce more videos. And that is the honest opinion and an honest fact, should I say. But yeah, cheers for your support, guys, and until the beginning of June the 16th, when the hiatus on the rivers is lifted, I'll see you hopefully during the close season. All the best, and thanks again. Take care.